This is the Civic Welfare Training Service, component program, the National Service Training Program of the Visayas State University. Welcome back to our topic on community engagement project proposal. This time we'll talk about the details of the project proposal. Okay, so as you can see here, this is our Google form, but we already have an updated form using the Google Docs. Okay, so what are the parts of community engagement project proposal? Or to be short, project proposal. So here are the salient features. Okay, so first part is project profile. First, the first part of project profile is the title of the project. And I would like to remind that we have pre-identified thematic area. I1 wanna read for education students, gardening, food security. These are for students enrolled in agriculture and agriculture-related courses. And the third project is environmental conservation for greener future. These are all courses except those I mentioned previously. So you have to answer the title of the project based on these pre-identified thematic areas. Okay, so next part here is proponent. A proponent is the one who is in charge to take the lead in project implementation. In this case, this is your name here. So it's your name here, project proponent. Okay, part C, project site. This is where you are doing your project. So this is the location of the project. So it's understandable. D is project duration. This is the length, how long in which the project activity shall be accomplished. So take note that our second semester will end sometime in July. So consider that the length now, you're writing right now, it will be approved in 1 or 2 weeks. It will be implemented right after the approval. So consider maybe 1 month project implementation. So anyway, specify the date. How long? 1 month. That is, say for example, May 15 to June rather. May 15 to June 15, 2021. Okay, so this is now the project proposal part. This is the part 2. First part here is rationale. So here you have to briefly discuss the background of the project and the significance of the project. When we say significance, state the problem and significance of the project. What is the problem in your community? Like, this is quite easier to identify now because we have pre-identified thematic areas. For reading, for example, as I am from the education, so for reading, I think you already hear some report of several non-readers, or not necessarily non-reader, but struggling reader. So this is one of the problem. And then, doing the I wanna read, we would like to contribute to the solution. It's not on to contribute to the problem, but contribute to the solution on reading. Okay, so the proposal should justify resource expenditure. See to it that the proposal will merit why it should be funded that particular amount. A typical justification would include a brief introduction, a general statement concerning the historical basis of community engagement, utilization of expected output, and the impact and the impact the information generated will have on science or will have on practice, the target users, and in a broader sense, and the country. That's the rationale. Part B on under project proposal is activity description. Necessary information on the project such as nature and description of the site and beneficiaries. Uh, if it is for reading, so how do you describe those participants? Are they struggling? Are they non-reader? Or if it is for agriculture, what is the scenario? What is the project site? Do they have less supply of agriculture products? Something like that. Or if it is for environmental conservation, you are creating eco-bricks. Why? So describe. Part C is objective. So, describe the minimum problem. This time, you have to state the objective. State the specific purpose. Like for example, this project aims to solve the problem of non-reading or contribute to the problem of non-reader. Methodology, this is the how. So describe, brief description of how the project will be implemented. So bullet will do, or you have to elaborate more. What is essential here is that you should be able to narrate how will you do it. Discussion on the major activities of the project which you shall carry out. Okay, moving on. E is activity schedule. So this is related to duration, but usually this is in the form of Gantt chart. So like this activity 1, how long, how many days? Activity 2, how many days? Okay, so this is a list of activities to be undertaken with corresponding time frame. Like you'd like to identify their background, how long? If you will introduce the intervention, how long? So that is the activity schedule. F is monitoring and evaluation. The monitoring scheme you will do to ensure that project objectives are attained. How do you make sure, or how do you monitor? How sure are you that you have accomplished the project? So there should be monitoring and evaluation. Kung saan man, if it is for reading, for one I wanna read, perhaps you have to have instrument. You have to have instrument on how long, how many words they can read before the project, and then how many syllables they can read after the project. If it is gardening, how do you identify for gardening? How much will you produce? How much they need, and how much you're able to produce? Is it sufficient sa need? No, something like that. You need to have a baseline so that you'll be able to conclude after that ang imong intervention is able to cater the need of those in the community. Okay, so muna sa monitoring and evaluation. Consider quantitative data here. Or if not, you should have qualitative data like maybe you have videos, you have recording, you have interviews. Maghatag nimo sa implementation today, the following day, after using, interview what happened. And then another intervention, interview what happened. Keep interviewing as a way of monitoring. Okay, so budget breakdown. How much will it cost you? Okay, so how much? Maybe reproduction, so may mga reproduction of materials, or pag-purchase of mga planting materials, pag-purchase of equipment, siguro, simple equipment in order to produce the desired output. Okay? Each expected output indicate the specific products. If it is gardening, use no product, some particular product like maybe vegetables, maybe root crops, no, something like that. If it is for sa mas environmental conservation, broad bang guna, no? Like eco bricks, for example, sa may imuhang expected product, it's the brick. Okay, so or it can be a process or it can be service. Like sa reading is a service. So sa man nga one particular service, um, which the project is expected to produce and how this can be used. If possible, quantify. But if it is not quantifiable, at least you have a way of monitoring through qualitative. Okay, so target beneficiaries, these are the clientels that of course you are trying to help. This is your clientele, community clientele, like readers, like sa so, may mga kuwan diha, sa pailain. For this gardening, maybe the clientele is your family members or your immediate tia and tiyo, your auntie and your grandparents or your silingan. Okay, so specify this as this are part of the proposal. Okay, so these are all for the parts of your project proposal. If you have questions, you can always reach us. You can use the group chat, you can email, you can send private messages in the VSU e-learning environment. You can also do that. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. This is the Civic Welfare Training Service, component program of the National Service Training Program of the Visayas State University.